Hello, guys. Welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. We are going to talk about the Indiana game today. What did you think about everything that went on in this game? Let me just turn this a little bit. And sometimes my camera goes out when I do that. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about the Hoosiers, all of the plays. This game it was a little testy from the beginning. I mean, an interception early on. I mean, you're midway through the first quarter or to the end of the first quarter, and it's 7-3, I believe. And Indiana did not look. They just looked like they were being. They looked like a team that was playing on the road, and Maryland came ready to play, and they just took it to them for a little while there. But we're going to talk about all the turnovers and everything like that. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button down below. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. This is Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor. We are going to this channel where the most passionate fans come to talk about Indiana Hoosiers football and basketball. But it ended up being a really great game. I mean, the injuries. Let's get into talking about that first, because the very first play of the game, and if you go back and watch that play, Surratt is in the game on that play. And also leave your comments on the side over here. Let me pull them up. You got anything? All right, John. Hello, how are you? Um, but yeah, tell me like what you saw in the game. Because I just go on the key points that I see that I thought really changed the game. But you know, we start out the first quarter, our first two drives in this game, not looking that great, and we had to punt out of our own end zone. We weren't really able to run the ball. Mendoza gets sacked, or he throws the interception first. Then we come out again. Mendoza gets sacked. Then we got like a 3rd and 18. Hemby just gets blown up. That's the time I'm like, wow, Maryland, they came ready to play in this game. They are they are playing lights out. Now, I did watch an interview with Zach Osterman. Did an interview with a insider from Maryland, and I was listening to that the other day when I was walking, and I'm like, a lot of what he was saying is that Maryland is just very thin at a lot of positions, and the coach really doesn't trust to put in the backups or anything, or rotate guys on the defensive line. So they're a team that wears down, and I think we definitely saw that in this game. But Indiana's defense, the story of this game has to be Indiana's defense and the way they took the ball away from Maryland. I mean, they literally just took the ball right out of their hands. Boykin, that was an unbelievable play and I believe it was like 4th and 2. I mean, he was going to get the first down. He rolls out to his right. There's pretty much like a one-on-one play right there where he just gets a little bit, fast and loose with the ball, and he just punches it out, and like it bounced right back up to him, and he runs in, dives in for a touchdown. That was just an electric play that really got the team going. The interceptions, okay, the first one was like he really did not see the guy at all, where Turner, Caden Turner on the side, great job by him, just turning around. I mean, he was just standing there in zone coverage, gets the interception right there. Bam. I mean, so those two, but the real great interception by Moore was unbelievable. I mean, the way he timed it, I mean, the Maryland receiver is sitting there just waiting for the ball to come down, and that was some great ball skills right there. Just took it right away from him. And then what was the last one? There was another fumble on the edge where let's see, it was Boykin had the punch out. But yeah, there was another punch out on the edge also. But and then besides the secondary of our defense, like the way they played, we had no sacks in this game. I mean, that's the other thing that's like, yes, it was a beautiful interception. That was a beauty. I thought, boy, what a great play for him to just the distance he traveled and the way he timed his jump. It was perfect. But then other than the secondary, our running game was stout. I mean, where I was really getting worried in this game, Fisher's not playing. Then Surratt goes out. I mean, those are really our top 2 players on offense and defense. Our best wide receiver, and then what do we have? Other guys step up. Omar Cooper, unbelievable route on that sluggo route, and he faked that guy out of his shoes. He was wide open in the end zone. We have I love to see that we're able to win in some different types of ways. Our running backs are just we have 3 levels of running backs that are just absolutely killing it right now. I did not know. I mean, Kalon Black, I did not know that he would step up and be this good this year. I thought maybe he would still be the 3rd string, but man, he gets out on the edge. I mean, like nobody's stopping him, and he's not going to drop the ball on the 1 yard line. He's going to hold on to it all the way back to the huddle. Um, I think his addition with Hemby and Martin. I mean, we got let's like look at their stats here because you got Black in 14 carries, 110 yards. He's averaging 7.9 average on a carry on that. Hemby in for 18 carries, 88 yards, 4.9 a carry. And then Kobe Martin got a touchdown also, 11 carries, 80 yards. I mean, that's just right there. 3 levels of dominance. Any guy you're putting in there. And Martin is getting a lot better. If you notice a couple of his runs, and I know Maryland was wearing down there at the end, but his feet, his ability to stay upright. I mean, that's where I think Black is so hard to tackle. A lot of these guys, they did not even look like they wanted to tackle him. And you look at this dude, he is like a ball of muscle out there. So tackling him, not that easy. And you could just tell when he was breaking into the second level, there were guys just kind of like, they almost just let him go in for a touchdown. But he is becoming a standout. Now, I mean, Hemby is our, main bell cow, and he is a warrior that Kurt Signetti says all the time. This dude is running the ball so well right now. And it was great to see him get a touchdown on the run, playing against his old team. Hemby, he wanted that really, really bad. But and then there were a lot of unsung heroes. I love to see Brady getting the touchdown from Alberto Mendoza late in the game. This is the experience of this, although you don't want guys to be injured. And we're going to talk more like in the video later this week about the injuries. But Signetti said after they got through this without any severe injuries, there's some bumps and bruises on some of the guys. I think it was, Surratt was just a hamstring tightened up on him. And then, Aiden Fisher, I think it was, if it was like a playoff game or something, he probably would have went, but it was just really precautionary. And look, our defense played unbelievable without Aiden Fisher out there. When he gets back in there and having more guys that we've rotated in different positions, and like the guy, Boykin is just playing out of his mind. I mean, that punch out. And our defense is playing so opportunistic. I mean, this is where we didn't have any sacks in this game, and Indiana's been known for just really dominating the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to get after him. He was able to shift around. Although I thought there was a sack, but they must not have counted it. He must have got tackled like right at the line of scrimmage. There was like a 3rd down play where we blitzed up in on him. He ran up in the middle, but it looked like he lost a yard or two. But yeah, you knew that Maryland does not give up a lot of sacks. That this quarterback, he is one who can move around a lot. And although he's a freshman, the main thing is like Maryland could not run the ball at all. And when you can't run the ball at all, they only ended up with, I believe, 37 yards on the ground overall in this game. That just kills you because you're at 19. And Indiana does this to a lot of teams. Indiana has the ball 40 minutes. They have the ball 19 minutes. You're just if you can't run the ball in college football, at least, take some of the load off of your quarterback, because I mean their quarterback threw the ball a lot, and our quarterback really didn't have to have like a crazy game to blow them out of the water. I mean, that's what's amazing about this Indiana team. Yes, they're one play at a time. Everybody's got the Signetti one play at a time, never too high, never too low, all this stuff. But, a game like this, and if you watch the Ohio State game yesterday, Penn State hung in there in that game for a long time. I'm sure everybody watched that because it's the real primer with Penn State coming up next week on the road. That's going to be a tough game no matter what. I mean, Penn State, they're not a team. They have a lot of pride. They are not a team on the level of Maryland. They are above Maryland by far. They still got the dudes at Penn State. They just can't put it all together. Um, but that's coming up next week. I mean, this is like your final kind of test before. I mean, Wisconsin and Purdue. I do not see them losing to Wisconsin or Purdue. It's more going to be. I love that they're playing at Penn State just because being in the atmosphere, they're gonna have their fans will be crazy. They will have a ton of fans there, and I'm sure there's nothing more they would like to do than beat Indiana in a season where Indiana is like going for the Big Ten and doing all this stuff. They would love to do it to us. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, click that thumbs up button. Anybody watching, I appreciate it so much. Um, yes. Yeah. Did he make his decision? I was reading about him yesterday. Vaughn Carvalho. He has a sweet jumper, and yeah, hopefully coming to Indiana. But yeah, they do. They make good teams look horrible. I mean, Maryland played some really gritty, close games with some teams, but it just was not going to be that yesterday. I mean, once Indiana started taking the ball away and they were just able to run it right down their throat, 300 and the Indiana ended up with 588 total yards, 221 passing yards, 367 rushing yards. Bam, to their 37 rushing yards. I mean, that's a way to dominate a game. Yeah, you throw an interception. Look, and now it's three teams. What was it? 45 points. It's like three conference games now they've won by 45 points or more. I was hoping they'd get to that 50 mark, but how about Alberto Mendoza running that ball up the sideline? He showed off his wheels. He was showing the coach, like, look, I can run better than Fernando can. Yeah, Fernando, he's a little bit more awkward running the ball. Although he's had some like I mean, when he puts his nose down too, like even in this game, and turns that corner and nobody's gonna go after him. How about the play call early? I thought that was a great play call too. I mean, Pat Coogan and Mendoza on that draw. They're spreading everybody out, trying to, stop Indiana's wide receivers. And then you just run the quarterback draw right up the middle. And there's literally like two guys just walk in. That was a great play call by the coach there. But it uh it is great to see what the Hoosiers are able to do. I mean, week in and week out. And it was Baldwin had that fumble recovery. So yeah, you had, I mean, 5 turnovers by the defense. I mean, no team is going to be able to take that. And we see another part of this. It's like when teams are going to be game planning for Indiana, like Maryland blocked them up front, didn't allow any sacks. It didn't matter. I mean, they're knocking the ball out. It's just a free for all. Indiana's knocking the ball out. There's fumbles coming out everywhere, interceptions. It's like every single time. Now, the part when I did think it was going to be more of a game when Maryland came out in the second half and when they got that touchdown right away and we had like Jones fall down and another safety fell down, I thought, well, this might be a spot where this dude starts running around and making plays, but they never scored past that. It was 20-3 at halftime. That made it 20-10 right there. And I thought very much Indiana makes a mistake on offense or some different things. Maryland could crawl back into the game, but it wasn't. They scored that. Indiana came right back and scored. And by the time you're at the 6-minute mark in the third quarter, it's 41-10. So, I mean, like very quickly, this game seemed like it just got out of hand and it was just over. And there was no way Maryland just had no chance of coming back. It was a great to get the victory on the road. I mean, going out there, that's tough. Going out there to the East Coast, it's just a little bit different, different type of thing. And Maryland, any game on the road in the Big Ten is tough. I mean, I don't think like now that we're beating all these teams like how we are, I mean, I don't think we put in a context enough, like how hard it is to win on the road in the Big Ten week in and week out. I mean, you can see teams like Illinois, um, Michigan State, you name it. I mean, a lot of teams are just struggling in road games. So we got to really cherish it. This is like, and I don't see how it's gonna end. I mean, I think Signetti, I don't wanna get, like, too far ahead, but, I mean, I think this Indiana team, from what they're doing this year, look how easy it not easy, but just when you have a guy come in and he's doing all the right things, pushing all the right buttons, getting the fans into it, and doing all the things that he's been able to do and just win all these games, how quickly, I mean, Indiana has just transformed itself into, I mean, a real powerhouse in football. I mean, I think we're going to get some top level recruits, although I don't think that's that much. I mean, I think if Signetti gets 3, 4-star recruits, some guys like that, and, they start weaving these guys into, the workout programs they do, just all of the preparation they do. And just being around this group, being around, I think Signetti, the amount of experience his coaches have just gives everybody a level of confidence where, I mean, like Kobe Martin, you just would not have seen a guy, a third string running back that you're like, yeah, this dude, he'll be primed to step in, next year. We'll probably get another running back in the portal or whatever, but they're loading and reloading. I mean, even our that's why it's good to see like Brady get the touchdown. Mendoza's in there for some plays, and Charlie Becker running that ball up the sideline for 53 yards. That was a huge play, but you got to give it to the offensive line though for Indiana. You don't want to forget them because I know we talked about it with the Mendoza draw play, but they were just pummeling people down the field. I mean, you don't get that many rushing yards, and there were some times where, God, they blocked up the edge so well. I mean, Kobe Martin right around the edge. Um, yeah, they were like running it off tackle. That they were really sealing it up. How about Nowakowski on that catch? I was just thinking about that because that ball that got tipped up in the air and came right back down to him. That was an unbelievable play there. Also, uh, yeah, just a lot of like we make the plays that we need to that need to be made when they're presented to us, like knocking all those balls out, doing all that type of stuff. We haven't really had a game like that. We haven't had a game where, Mendoza in this game ends up uh, here, um, 14 to 21, 201 yards. And yeah, Alberto 2 for 2, touchdown and 20 yards. Um, but we haven't had games where our offense didn't have one of our best players. Our defense didn't have their best player, and it just didn't matter. You're on the road. You think maybe some of the inexperience of some guys of not having some of your main dudes out there. Now, you definitely don't like the key thing is like we got to be healthy going in to play Ohio State. That is, and I hope they don't get conservative or anything. I don't see them doing that because of Signetti's. That always killed me with the Colts. The Colts would be like 14-2, and you're gonna take a bunch of these games off. And I don't think we're gonna have like a letdown like that, or have where our offense gets out of rhythm or that type of thing. Because yeah, you're gonna want to play this right up to the Big Ten championship game. You got to really look at the Big Ten championship game almost being like a tester game for the college football playoff. It's an extra game to, even if we win or lose that game, to get our offense, we're going to just play an extra game. I think that really helps us in the end because our offense does go off of rhythm. And I mean, our passing game is a lot of like timing passes where you see Mendoza. And that's the thing. I mean, you see him throwing the ball before the guy even turns around. I mean, that's what Peyton Manning used to do. And when he'd take a few weeks off, it can be tough. I mean, you're going to have, not getting out ahead of my skis here, but you're going to have a layoff period between like December 6th. And if Indiana has a bye, well, I guess if they get a bye, then they won't play like an extra game like everybody else. But um, I had a point here. It was that we don't want to get complacent. I've seen it a lot of times. I think the hardest thing about playing, and now maybe the gap isn't that far, but I think one of the hardest things about playing in the college national championship game is there's such a layover. It used to be like from Thanksgiving till like January 10th, around that time, you had like about a month of time, and many times teams that have good offenses then come out and don't look great in like some of these games. So IU, winning it in this way, yeah, lots of mature leadership on the IU team. They embrace the coaching philosophy. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that the guys they've brought in, like Coogan on the line, even like Jones is like stepping up and being more of a vocal leader. He's had the green dot on his helmet doing the communicating on defense, which that defense was just really fun to watch yesterday. It was so, but let's go IU. It's tell me what you think about the game. If there were any plays I missed or skipped over. It looks like everybody's going to be pretty healthy going forward, but enjoy your football Sunday. The Colts, I know they were playing today. I believe at 1, but I did not look yet. But and enjoy your extra hour. Don't forget to set your clocks back because everyone got an extra hour of sleep last night. But enjoy your football Sunday. The Hoosiers go 9-0, and it's more spectacular to watch every single week. I just love to see what this team is able to do and how they're able to do it. It's just a lot of fun to watch, and you don't know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, you know what I mean? You don't know what you're going to get week to week from this team. But I was at the Sweetwater, and I picked this up yesterday and started playing it. So I'm gonna add some banjo tunes. I've always wanted to play banjo because I'm a huge like Jerry Garcia and Grateful Dead fan. So no, I'm not going to incorporate that into the show. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.